Hello world, and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are asking the question, who is thinking about you and why? So just so you know, not every one of these is romantic, and not every one of these is probably the person that you want to be thinking about you, but probably suspect is thinking about you. And then why they're thinking about you. We'll answer that question. So I have 4 piles here today. You get to pick one or more. You can listen to as many as you like. You need to trust your intuition. You trust your gut feeling about what's going on here, what you're being told. If it doesn't feel right, that's okay. If it's not for you, it's not for you. You use your intuition. That's what we're about here. So you first use your intuition to pick a card, number, object. Let's place objects. So for group number 1, we're using hearts today, and this is the smallest one. It's small but mighty. Aventurine, green Aventurine. I just liked it with this deck. I just thought it popped, so that's why that one's there. For group number 2, this is red Mookaite. For group number 3, this is also Mookaite. If I can get it out here. That is Mookaite as well for group number 3. And for group number 4, we're going to go with a Bumblebee Jasper. So if you're still not sure which group to choose, let's do a breathing exercise together. We're just going to take a comfortable seat, relax, go ahead and close your eyes, take a deep breath in and release. Be here in this moment. We're going to set the intention that you get the messages you need to receive, the things that you need to hear. Go ahead and take another deep breath in and release. Okay, open your eyes, and wherever your eyes are drawn, that is the group for you. Thank you again so much for being here, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, group 1. Let's take a look at who is thinking about you and why they might be thinking about you. So number 1, our cute little Aventurine heart, you're in the right place. We're going to get this in a second. I just pre-pulled some cards, so let's put these down. I'll start with these, and because this is the who is thinking about you, and then we'll pull some more cards and get a better idea of who that is. So this is somebody, we've got companion, angel, and then she who whispers. Somebody who's kind of quiet. For some of you, this is going to be maybe a spirit guide trying to come in and help you. Possibly with angels, somebody who you knew very well that has crossed over. So if that has come into your mind, you wonder if somebody who's recently passed is thinking about you, then this is for you. For others of you, this is just a person who can be described by these terms, companion and angel. Companion, the light attributes are loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. They really feel like in this situation, or the way that they're thinking about you, of being unselfish about that. There are shadow attributes here, and this is betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. So this is somebody who could be codependent. We're going to concentrate though on the light attributes. The angel light attributes is helping those in need with no expectation of return. Sometimes we with the cards, it is very literal, so that's why I was saying that for some of you it could be like your angel, your person who has crossed over, and they're thinking about you and they want the best for you. I'm also kind of picking that up with whisper too, because it's somebody who doesn't necessarily have the loudest voice. They may whisper to you, tell you sweet things. If you want to key in on what they're saying or what their intentions are, you have to block out all other distractions. They're not going to raise their voice. The shadow attributes here on this are helping those in need with no expectation of return. And then the shadow attributes is acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So, you know, this is a general reading. You take what resonates here as to who is thinking about you and the reason why. We also get she who whispers, consentia, secrets, confessions, confidant. This is somebody who sees themselves as your confidant, somebody who, like I said, they're not necessarily raising their voice, more of a quiet person, slow building here, somebody who's very passionate about you, but it's not a like a quick, you know, this is like a long-term type of thing, a long-term type of relationship. For those of you in strength, somebody who sees themselves, but I think also you is very strong. I think strength has a huge companion concept with it too. They want you to be able to lean on them in your time of need. And then I'm just going to get one more card here on the who is thinking about you. Who is thinking about you? This can also be a Leo. And then we got Hanged Man in reverse. So at any moment when you are ready to reach out or need their help or guidance, that's up to you. This is guided by you. It's not going to be guided by them. They're not taking the wheel here. The wheel, like everything, the ball is in your court. You're the one who, if you need to talk to them, you're going to have to pick up the phone and talk to them. Unfortunately, they're just here kind of like behind the scenes almost, standing behind you, ready to help you, ready for whatever it is that you need them for. As to why, we get deception, and then we also get, I only wanted to pull one card here, but two came out. So I think this is really, I think it really does speak to the strength card here in who they are and who they think that you are, how they look at you in this. They feel like you're being deceived. So this could be like one of your friends outside of your relationship. They feel like you deserve better. They feel like you're being deceived. They feel like you know, but they're not going to necessarily interfere. They're not going to be in your face about it at all. They're just going to be like, okay, when you fall, I'm going to be here to catch you. When you need me, I'm going to be here to answer the phone. They're playing the long game. Almost. For some of you, I think this is somebody who really does feel very, like a very love connection to you. I'm not sure that the love connection with them would necessarily work out. I mean, they always want the best for you. This might be somebody who is in the friend zone and they see like, they're like, you know what, you you deserve so much better. You deserve to shine. You deserve to be, you know, this, they really see you as these two cards right here. This is she who resists and she who rises up. So, you know, this just the name of the card. So rising up and resisting, fearless, justified, resistant, and empowering, uplift, and elevate. And they want to be kind of like that, I'm hearing wind beneath your wings. They want to help you elevate. They want to help you rise up. They want to be there for you. Okay, so more on the why. Why is this person thinking about them? Why is they thinking about them? They feel like you have always been there for them. So it's just an ongoing relationship. That they want to continue having that, you know, reciprocity with you. They see their journey with you like a lifelong journey. They feel like they're a lifelong friend. It's interesting here with the Six of Pentacles, we get this, of course, we get the hands. One hand is out, the other hand is giving. There's somebody that could, you know, would loan you money, and, you know, when you need money, they have it. When they need money, you have it, type of thing, but it's definitely a reciprocity thing. I was going with the imagery here of like this figure 8, this infinity symbol. It's repeated here on the strength card. It is, you know, sometimes you're their strength, sometimes they're your strength. It's also interesting imagery with this strength card. You know, she's got this one, she has like the lion here. Half her, you know, half her, half beast kind of thing. I feel like they, you know, they've seen you at your worst and they've seen you at your best, and they think that you can integrate your worst and your best together to rise up. They just are like, they probably have dropped hints, but they've never come out and said like, hey, this situation is terrible for you. You're being lied to, you're being deceived, you are better than this. They're more like, oh, okay, well, you know, maybe you should try this, or maybe you should try that, or, you know, it's, you know, they want you to make your decisions. But going back to the strength card, that sometimes, you know, this is depicted with a lion and a woman walking with a lion, and, you know, obviously when you see a picture like that, you think that the strength is the lion, when in fact it's the woman with the lion. Like their friendship, she gets strength from their friendship, or the lion can be who the lion is because she is backing him or behind him. So this is, whoever's thinking about you really does have your best interest in mind. They want you, you know, they want to be here for you. They see you as somebody who's infinitely strong, fearless. They see you as better than the situation that you're currently in. Any other things that they are thinking? What else is this person thinking? Why are they thinking about group 1? Why is this person thinking about group 1? Okay. The wheel. It's so interesting how we have like the wheel, the strength, and the pentacles, and it's all about this kind of like the, you know, things back and turning back and forth. So again, I just feel like this is somebody that you have had history with. You were there for them. They want to be there for you in good times and bad. It's interesting. This person almost looks like this one in the strength. Like sometimes you're on top of the world, sometimes you're not. The wheel talks about karma. So I think your person really thinks and believes about karma, putting out their best foot forward and expecting the universe to respond in kind. And that is part of the karma that, you know, and the 6 of Pentacles too, where it's this like, you were there for me, I'll be there for you, we'll continue going forward. We'll, you know, there's no keeping tabs here. There's no like, well, this one time I gave you $10 and then I gave you $5 and then you gave me $8. You know, there's no like keeping score in that way. It's they are ride or die. This person is ride or die. So I just feel like they're not necessarily a romantic connection. There's nothing here to suggest that other than just like a really good friend, really good family member. For some of you, like I said, it can be your spirit guide who is like this ride or die person, who has your back no matter what, and they feel like you have theirs. And the reason that they are concerned about you, they're thinking about you because out of concern, they're concerned about your situation. They feel like you're being lied to. They think that you're better than what's going on right now. They think that maybe you're holding back. They think that, you know, they just want you to know that they're here for you when you need them. And they're not going to be judgmental. They understand that, you know, we've got lessons in life to learn, and they feel like this is just one of those lessons that you're learning right now, and it's part of your journey. It's part of your strength. And again, this whole like hangman here, this hangman in reverse, when you are ready to fall, when you're ready to let go, they're going to be there for you. So if you are feeling alone, they might be picking up on that as to why they're thinking about you right now, and why they want you to know you're not alone. And so whoever pops into your mind that I'm describing here, and again, if you have a sense that it's actually somebody who passed recently, or if you know it's a dear friend, or if you know that ride or die friend, if you describe them like that you've been there for them, they'll be there for you. And it can be somebody who you haven't talked to in a very long time, and it doesn't matter. When you connect, again, like this Eight of Wands is like a very fast moving energy, very passionate energy. And this is a slow burn though when it's in reverse. This is like over this lifetime. And the reason I'm kind of getting this, I feel like they've been with you, and they are with you like over many lifetimes. And like I said, some of you, I feel like this is your spirit guide. Or you would describe them as your guardian angel behind the scenes. Others of you, like, this is somebody in your life that when I say ride or die friend, that friend that's with you no matter what, thick and thin, even if you haven't talked to them a month, you picture that person. I think in other lifetimes that they have been your angel, or you have been theirs. Like, this is the Wheel of Fortune talks about karma. This is a very like stuck together karmic destiny type of relationship that they just genuinely want the best for you. And the reason they're thinking about you is because they feel like you're not getting it at the moment. They feel like there's deception. They feel like you're attached to something that's really unhealthy for you. They feel like, and you know what it is. And again, it's like that little whisper in the back of your mind. And, I get it. There's just sometimes we're in a toxic situation, toxic relationship, and we know we need to leave it, but we feel so attached to it. And your friend is like, I'm here for you when you're ready. Okay. When you're ready messing around over here, I'll be here for you. No judgment. Maybe I will joke with you about it a little bit, but that's okay. I'm here, and when you need me, I will be there as well, because you would do the same for them. So that's what I have for you, Group 1. That's who is thinking about you, and that's what they're thinking, and that is why. And I love and appreciate you, and I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 2. Let's talk about who is thinking about you and why. So here is our beautiful red Mookaite heart, the number 2. And I'm just going to put this over here because I have some other cards I want to bring out first that I shuffled off camera to save a little bit of time. I like working with these attribute cards when we're talking about who. Just to give you guys, to narrow down some things of what this person is like. So the who here, we get hero, heroine. They have a passion for a journey of personal empowerment. They see themselves as the hero of their own lives. They probably put themselves in hero fantasies. They may even do hero type jobs. So something where they stand out and maybe push the boundaries of their physical being here to be a hero. The shadow attribute is escapism and a false sense of heroism. So somebody who is like, wow, I'm getting the image of, it's like way back in the day, Mad TV, the little kid Stuart, he wasn't a little kid, he was a grown adult playing a little kid, and he would just like jump up and go, look what I can do, and it was like nothing interesting. So it would be somebody, and use your intuition here, use your guidance as to like take what resonates as to who this is. So if it's somebody who's just continually like shows off or tries to show off with things that are not necessarily that interesting. I'm also getting the Napoleon Dynamite. Gosh, I'm sorry if I'm aging myself here, but where he like rides the bike and he's like doing a sick jump or sweet jump. I think he says sweet jump, and he rides his BMX bike over a jump that's like 3 inches tall. Hedonist. So this is interesting as well, because this is very much in tension with this engineer. So hedonist inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself, and the shadow attributes is pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. So this would be somebody who, you know, who wants the best in life and who always eats like at the best restaurants, but they may, you know, the expense of their own health. They may be unhealthy, overweight. So very interesting attributes here. I'm hoping this is bringing somebody to light for you, that you can figure out who this is that's thinking about you. And then we have engineer, the ability to give creative energy, a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Shadow attributes is reliance on mechanisms, solutions without regard for emotional consequences. So somebody who would be going headlong into AI and not caring about like what the ramifications of something like that is. AI, artificial intelligence. So very interesting, very creative person. I think at heart they have like goodwill, like they have like this goodwill towards you, to them. They may get distracted. They might have an addictive personality, you know, smoking, something like that, where they've got like this addiction that might hold, you know, they might have like these grandiose ideas. They might have an addiction that holds them back a little bit. I think they have good intentions. And they certainly are able to achieve things. I love that we have the Metamorphosis card here, she who becomes, metamorphosis, transcend, and journey, because it really just depends on this person of what their goals are. I think they're capable of doing like really amazing things. But I do think that they've got elements of their personality that can hold them back. Like I said, with that addictive personality, with the hedonist part of it. However, I think they're very creative and fun, and I think that they mean well, and they could possibly be all of like this amazing fireman, for instance, or firewoman, who's able to carry you out of burning buildings, or I'm also kind of seeing like a hero here, like a financial hero, somebody who comes through or who's able to predict market trends. That's weird. Sorry, like, but that's what's coming in, so we'll take it. So why are they thinking about you? We have destiny, which speaks for itself really. And then she who flies, dare do reach. I think that they see you, like you are somebody that they want to celebrate. You are somebody that they put on a pedestal. You're somebody that they see as your destiny. I think that they have created this, and you might be in a relationship with them. So if you're recognizing some of these pieces here and you're like, oh yeah, great, that's perfect, that's my boyfriend, that's my girlfriend, they're thinking about me, that's wonderful. Recognize your crush in this, you know, great, we're on the same page. For others of you, this might be some unwanted attention. So if you're I wouldn't say vibing, but if you are recognizing these shadow attributes that we talked about, and you're like, oh, great, you know, you understand that they're thinking about you and putting you on a pedestal because they think that, because this, you know, on the positive side, this is very, very positive. On the negative side, it's like, you know, just as negative as it is positive. There can almost be stalker vibes here when somebody thinks that you are their destiny. This is also she who prepares, formulate, strategize, devise. I think that really feeds into this engineering piece of it. I think that if you're not in a relationship with them and don't want to be, they might come up with brand new ways to reach out to you, to try to win you over, to think about you. So be careful about that. This kind of reminds me of, if this is somebody that you don't want to be, you don't want to think about you and you don't want to be in a relationship with, you might need to, as things go, you have to check it. So if they are sending you things and you don't rebuff it, you need to set boundaries is what I mean. You need to do swift boundaries, pop that bubble, because they are thinking about you as like, you know, you're destined to be. This is destiny here. So you have to pop that bubble. And it reminds me of, is it Robert Pattinson from the Twilight movies? He had a stalker, and she was outside, like he noticed her a couple times, like hanging outside of places that he was, and she showed up at his house a few times. So how he dealt with that is he popped this bubble. She was putting him on a pedestal. She was like determined. She was following him around. And now this takes a very specific instance, because if you are, you know, you think that they will cause you harm, obviously you need to escalate it to a different area than this. But he asked her out. So they went out on a date, and the entire time he complained, the entire time, and basically popped that bubble and took himself off of this pedestal to where she decided that her time was better spent someplace else. So tell me about this person. They're the King of Swords. They're very intelligent. Interesting, we get strength reversed. I think that they, again, it kind of comes in with that addictive personality. I think they do have kind of a big ego. They are somebody who, they may not express their emotions in the best way. King of Swords is somebody who's very intelligent, very logical. It gives me very Aquarius vibes here. Aquarius is an air sign. So they may be an air sign, which would be Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Gemini could be as well, because they've got like almost this twin duality kind of vibe going. And strength kind of seems like you may not always see them as the strongest person. Strongest in character, I would say. They have some internal struggles. So, you know, everybody does. But I'm just saying, like, this presents as, like, you know, take it how it resonates with you with these internal struggles. And one more card about them, we get 2 Pentacles. They try to balance a lot of things. Very interesting. And then why are they thinking about you? Queen of Wands. They think that, like, they have a passion for you, but they think that you need them. Ace of Wands, definitely, they want, again, they may not know that if you they are in a relationship with them, they may not know the best way to express their passion for you. They think that you can solve their problems for them. 10 of Wands. So why they're thinking about you, I think, I mean, it all goes back to this destiny. It all goes back to this pedestal. It all goes back to, like, they also, for some reason, like, think that you're vulnerable, to them, and to what they're thinking. I would say with the Queen of Wands reversed. And maybe they think that your guard is down, and maybe you haven't, like, if this is unwanted, maybe you haven't expressed your boundaries as firmly as you need to. And that's why they're thinking they got that shot. It kind of reminds me of Dumb and Dumber, where he's like flirting with the leading lady, and she's like, well, you know, she's married and all these other things. He's like, so you're saying I have a shot. It's best to be direct with them. For whatever your needs. So if this is somebody that you are in a relationship with, you may need to, I mean, putting on a pedestal is great, but if they're putting a lot of expectations on you, you might need to manage some expectations is what I'm saying. If this is somebody that you don't want to be in a relationship with, if you're like, okay, this person is a little creepy, I'm not vibing with it, then you need to express your boundaries. You need to be direct. You know, I see so many times where we want to save their feelings. It is, and I've even seen people, mostly women, apologize for this. It's like, you know, being direct and letting them know where you are and letting them know your thoughts and feelings, that's the kind thing. Not wanting to hurt their feelings and letting them still feel like they've got a shot with you, or still pine over you, or still want to be around you, and strings them along and stringing them along forever. Like, that's not kind. And we think that they'll, you know, read between the lines. And obviously, I think this is somebody that you need to be direct with. You need to tell them how you feel, what you want, that type of thing. Even if you're in a relationship with them. Like, hey, I want this from you today. Or I think we should do this. Or instead of like, oh, you know, it would be really nice if we could, you know, whatever. They'll agree with you. It would be really nice. That doesn't necessarily mean there's a call to action. I feel like there's, when we have wands reversed here, I feel like there's, well, 3 wands reversed. They're afraid to take action on stuff. And that could work in your favor if this is somebody who's being really kind of creepy with you. You would want that. But if it's somebody that you are like, hey, want to be in a relationship with, you might have to be the person to pick that up. Or if it's somebody you're in a relationship with and you want them to do certain things, you have to be direct and let them know. You don't have to, and you can do that in a way that is not mean. I think they really are vulnerable with you. So that might make you feel like you need to save their feelings, and I totally get that. But it's like, hey, let's do this. Do this now, or do that now, or I want this, or I want that. And then if it's something that they don't want to do, then, you know, you can open a dialogue about that, rather than, like I was saying before, like, it would be nice if we went to the movies this weekend. Oh yeah, that would be nice. And then they give it no other thought, and then you're like, they're disappointing me because we didn't go to the movies. I just feel like they don't want to disappoint you. They want to be there for you if that's what you want. So, but it's guided by what you want. So we discussed a lot of different options here and things that you can do regarding this. And I would say if you are in no contact with them and you don't want to be, you recognize this description here, as I would block them on social medias so that they move on. So that's what I have for you, group 2. Hope that you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 3, and welcome to a reading about who is thinking about you and why. I'm just going to put this over here for a second. We'll get cards as we need them. I already shuffled offline to get these cards. So this is who, and then this is why, or, you know, who's thinking about you and why. And we have some attributes here. So we'll start with this, a student. Attributes is humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. They may be, you know, a student or a teacher now, because usually those who seek find somebody who likes to learn, somebody who likes to read. They may be somebody who's younger than you. That might be a clue too. So shadow attributes is arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. So we all know those people who will make you feel bad about knowing something, but then they actually like never do anything with the knowledge that they have anyway. They just want to feel like self-important. Usually they'll say like, well, actually, you know, whatever, this and that. Bully, so highlights your tendency their tendency to intimidate others, helps them confront inner fears that bully you. So they might have this in check. They might, but so if you are with them in a social situation where other people are being really rude, like they're not going to back down. They'll like step up. But they can be kind of rude to others. it's possible. Shadow attributes conceals deep fears behind verbal and physical abuse. So obviously, if you are resonating with this, if this is reminding you of somebody, red flags, right? And then artist, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to live symbolically. Somebody who creates, obviously, in the title here, artist. And then the shadow attributes is using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as a starving artist to elicit pity. So I want you to think about these light attributes and these negative attributes, because you know, people are complex within a description of somebody. You know, we all have negatives and positives about us, but if they lean more into the positive side and you're recognizing this, oh yeah, that's my ex who was like a jerk to me and always thought he was more intelligent than me, you know, that could be the person we are talking about that's thinking about you. We also have this iris. Is coming out as describing this person that is thinking about you. So changes, this is about changes, transformation, change, enchantment. If this is somebody who, like, it's a new crush and you recognize them, they may be hiding some things from you. This is kind of difficult. I'm getting like some Scorpio vibes here, so just be careful with that, because there's enough like red flags in the possible negatives. But like I said, you know, some people are better at dealing with that than others. It kind of reminds me of that there was a college professor who he was in psychology and he wanted to study psychopaths. So he went out and got a bunch of students and he was studying psychopaths, but then he was also, as a control group, he had students answer the questionnaires, or he did brain mapping. I'm not exactly sure how he identified who was a psychopath and who wasn't. I think he was looking at the differences between them. Well, in the control group, he realized that somebody was testing as a psychopath, so he wanted to contact them and let them know, and it turned out to be him, that he was the psychopath. But he had things like, you know, together and under wraps, and he could handle it. And I think that they're, even within narcissism, like narcissists, if they're self-aware and they understand what they're doing, that's completely different than somebody who is unhinged and out of control. But what really matters is how you see them, your intuition, how you perceive them. This is also like, I feel like this is almost like a chameleon vibe that I'm getting over here, that like other people might see them as, you know, very positive and you may not, or vice versa. And what really matters is being true and honest to yourself with this person that's thinking about you. We get owl. This is why they're thinking about you. So owls are wise, and this may be somebody who has learned something from you. I feel like they look up to you. I almost, like I said with the student, I almost feel like this might be somebody who is younger than you, or at least less developed in some way, that you have taught them something. There's, it almost feels like there's an equal, inequity in the relationship in some way. Maybe you were or are their manager, maybe you were or are their trainer in some way, and they are really reaching for you. I feel like they have feelings for you, is what I'm trying to say. She who surprises, surprise, discovery, revelation. I feel like it's something that they're keeping under wraps. Again, with the changes, maybe they realize they've got some really destructive natures and they don't want you to see that. I feel like they are concerned with how you perceive them, how you see them, how they reveal themselves to you. I think that they want to reveal themselves to you, but they're afraid of what you will see. She who doubts, so fear, wariness, and trust. So they trust you, but they're still afraid. They're afraid of losing you. I feel like they really are interested in you. I feel like they could be Knight of Swords reversed. And then we get the Queen of Swords reversed. Interesting that we have these swords reversed, especially like swords, I would think, definitely go with the student card, right? Swords are about logic, they're about learning, they're about information coming in. And when we have swords reversed, it kind of makes me feel like there's some closed off, they're like closed off. They're not communicating, they're not telling you things, or they're not expressing their ideas. So there's definitely like a fear here to express their ideas for you, to you, and to let you know things. I do feel like, you know, deep down they're very logical, but there's something about you that like knocks them off their, you know, makes, I don't want to say uneasy, but they just definitely question things, probably because of the way that they see you as intelligent or has it all together. You have something that they're looking for, that they're searching for. Like, I do feel like they're interested in you romantically, and there's something stopping them, whether like I just like this inequity, like their age or their yeah, look at this Queen of Cups, age, or their it could be that they just see you as somebody is so attractive, and they don't feel like they're on your level of attractiveness. Also, they may not understand. I feel like they definitely see you as somebody that who's very caring and loving, and they're feeling that from you, but they don't know if that is, you know, unique to them or their experience, or you're just a caring and loving person in general to everyone. Temperance. Temperance is balance. It's interesting here that we've got like one bird in the hand and another bird released. I don't think that this is really cause for alarm. If you're not interested in this person, I feel like they're able to release you and let you go if that's like the intention here. If you don't want to pursue any type of relationship more with them, I feel like this is more of like a passing fancy, kind of crush kind of thing. I don't think that you're going to harm them in any way. I don't, you know, like, I don't feel like there's anything to be afraid of here. That's not necessarily what I was getting for another group where I was like, ooh, red flags. And I don't think this is necessarily that intense. Like, I don't think that you're the only person that they think of in this way. I feel like they have like a lot of options open. I feel like they're like, that's what like this temperance is. It's not like they don't need to push things. They don't need to force things. And it makes them happy to think about you. And they have like this really positive way that they're thinking about you. And they're fine with that. Like that's, you know, it. They may never reveal their feelings for you. They may never open that up, and that's okay. And they're okay with that too. It's more of like there's, you know, more fish in the sea, more opportunities out there. They're fine with it. But, you know, they're having fun with this fantasy while it lasts. And you obviously, if you're here, you're feeling like, there's something going on. Somebody's thinking about me. And they're not communicating it to you for sure. I think that, you know, it's just one of these things that a month from now, it might be different. They may not be thinking about you at all, or it's just depending on your interaction that you're getting closer. It's more something that they just are like, okay, well, I'm getting que sera, sera, whatever will be. And they're open to having it unfold in any way that it does. If it does. If it doesn't, they're fine with that. But they just have a very, you know, they fantasize about you, and they see you in a very positive light, and that's where it's at right now. So that's what I have for you, group 3. I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 4. This is the Bumblebee Jasper, the number 4. We will get more cards here in a second. Trust me, we'll get a ton of cards. I just wanted to pull these out first. I shuffled off camera because I'm pulling so many cards. So this is your person who is thinking about you. So Goddess, Child Orphan, Child Divine. And then Estefania, she who surrenders. So I feel like this is a person who, you know, male or female, like, I think that they're a very attractive person, but I also feel like they're maybe emotionally stunted with our childs here. And I feel like this is somebody from your past, somebody that is upset that things didn't go better, they didn't go the way that they thought they should, or they have regrets around your relationship, regrets around you, regrets around what happened. So Goddess, and like I said, this could be male or female. I'm going with, you know, whoever you're asking about, male or female, somebody who is very attractive. The feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. They very, at least in regard to you, very sensual or sexual energy here. Shadow attributes is exploitation of the female form, or female nature and form. So the shadow side would be, if this is a female, that they use their body to get what they want. They use their feminine wiles to get what they want as a tool of manipulation. If this is, you know, masculine, divine masculine we're asking about, or who's thinking about you, this is somebody who, you know, may have exploited the female body, exploited you. So it just depends on who the person is. Again, this is a general reading, so we have a lot of openness here because I'm talking to several different people. So take what resonates. Then we have Child Orphan, independent, based on learning to go it alone, conquering fears of survival. I think this is a person who maybe didn't get a lot of support from their parents, at least not the support that they thought they should get. Feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. The reason I'm saying, like, because we have 2 children here, I just feel like this is a person who's a little bit on the immature side. Maybe not as emotionally, you know, stunted growth in some way, probably emotionally. And then Child Divine, light attributes is innocent, purity, and redemption, suggests a special connection with the divine. I think that there may be ways that they hurt you, that they didn't think through fully, or they didn't necessarily want to hurt you. It just happened that way because of, again, their immaturity. They're not thinking things through properly. And an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. So, and then we have this card, which is so connected to lost loves. I mean, that's exactly what is depicted here in this picture. This is she who surrenders, Estefania, chains, bondage, release. Hopefully we have release, right? And maybe that's why they're thinking about you. And we'll get more on that with these other cards and then our deck. Chains, bondage, regret. This is the card of regret. This is the card of attachment to the past. This is a card, and this is this person. So they're thinking about you because they're still attached to something from the past, something that they're not able to release or let go, maybe a lesson that they haven't learned. And I feel like they might be coming up in your mind, or you might be thinking about them as well, because, you know, they're so focused on you. There's like a chain here that's like, excuse me, holding her to the past. We've got a love letter that she was reading over and over again. And then if you can see it here on the side, we have these waterfalls, which to me represents crying over things. And I think there's, with you, are like, yeah, but, you know, you did this, so why you're so sad about it or stuck on it, I don't understand. We get Nightcrawler here. That's an interesting thing. And then we get she who battles, and then she who regrets. By the way, this whole deck is the Divine Feminine cards. And so don't read anything into that other than, you know, what they represent. So with our Nightcrawler, I'm just going to tell you what the card represents, and then I think they're definitely, your person has some fantasies about you, is certainly thinking about, they wish things went a different way, but they're replaying how they were closed off, the fights that they had. The Nightcrawler represents strength and resilience, and it's interesting how that's repeated here with these other cards. Specifically, the Nightcrawler card is you have a lot of negative and destructions threatening you, and you will persevere and overcome it. And you are so much stronger than you know. So your person is thinking about you because of your strength, because of your walking away. If you're still in a relationship with this person, they feel like you're going to walk away. Look at like both of these cards are walking away, and then Nightcrawler talks about the strength. They feel like you don't feel the same way about them that they do about you, and they're attached to that. They're thinking about that. But the thing is I think that it is more than what they comprehend. I think that they, you know, again, with this immaturity, they really need to examine themselves before thinking about how you bring up fights, or you bring up, you know, you're just trying to live your life, a normal life, and persevere and move forward. And they just think that you want to fight, or that you know, this fierceness, this boundaries around them. So she who battles, justice, fierce, and commitment. And she who regrets, battle, victory, bitterness. So there's a lot of regret, again, around the type of fights that this person had with you, and over what was said and what was done. Wow, interesting. We get this is the romance card here, but it's in reverse. This is the Knight of Cups. This is our Don Juan. It's possible they cheated on you, I would say, with the Knight coming out. And then we get the Three of Cups reversed. Wow. Three of Cups. You know, Three of Cups is a beautiful card. It's a fun card. It's fun with friends. But when we have it in reverse, and we're talking about this person with the Knight of Cups in reverse, it could be three as a crowd. It could be adding people to the relationship that shouldn't be there. So they have nothing to be angry or upset about or think about than their own actions here. I was like, yes, I saw this. King of Pentacles, and but reverse. And then look at this, another embattled card. This you must be putting up some boundaries with them that they are not happy with, that you are like, nope, I'm not dealing with this anymore. In terms of them, it's interesting. We have the King of now this is how they see you, or this is why they're thinking about you, not necessarily how it is or how you actually are. But yeah, a lot of fighting over here, a lot of kind of, I wouldn't say you being mean, but they might think that. The King of Pentacles would be somebody when he's in reverse. So, you know, he's that entrepreneur, he's that money thing. They may have done something, or maybe you're not happy with them because they're not achieving what they need to achieve. You think that they could get a better job. You think that they could be more focused, and they're thinking that you're like overbearing because of that, or they're thinking that you are a mean capitalist, or you only think about money, and you're like, I'm the only one bringing money to this relationship, I'm paying the bills. And it really feels like this is an ex-lover who regrets what they've done. An ex-lover who regrets what they've done, who regrets where they are now. I wish I could tell you that, oh, okay, hold on. How do they see you now? Wow, 5 of Wands. Look at all the fighting. I wish I could tell you that they've learned something. They haven't. So if they have, I feel like they're blaming you for a lot of things. I feel like the fighting portion, I think that they, you know, they're ridiculous and idiotic. I think that they would want you back, but they're blaming you for all of the things. And again, I think that, you know, all of the sadness cards, I'm so sad. All of these, you know, this is on their side. So I feel like there's a cheating situation here. If you didn't know, or if you suspected, I mean, use your intuition here. I feel like there was at least emotional cheating, if not physical cheating over here with these 2 cards reversed, and, you know, everything else that's in here. And they're like blaming you for like, hey, why are you bringing other people into this relationship? This is supposed to be you and me. They're like blaming you for things that they're supposed to be handling here as an adult but aren't handling. So very interesting group 4. I wouldn't lose any sleep over this person. They have not learned their lesson. They, you know, they don't deserve you. So that's what I have. I hope that you have an amazing day. Let's move on to something more fun. Set the intention to learn from this and move forward into something that you deserve, okay? So that's what I have for you. I hope that you have an amazing day. Thanks so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next reading.